Welcome to walkthrough 30 of Belthan's Coito Ergo Sum. This is Jeff, and we're touring the Mojave with Fresca to help her adjust to the 23rd century.
I love this off-the-grid renegade biker vibe.
Good. She likes my neighbors. Anytime Fresca comments on a location, it means you've scored a relationship point, and as they accumulate, it unlocks new dialogue. Male characters can develop a platonic friendship, but my character's female, which means I can show you the romance option.
You, think I could score some weed off these guys? Wait, why am I whispering? It's the apocalypse. Anybody got any weed?
I'm also going to be mixing business with pleasure. My toady doesn't cover remote areas like Good Springs, and in most of these locations, your posters get torn down over time and you have to replace them yourself, which is a hassle. But
If this is uncomfortable, I'll drop it. But isn't this where you were shot in the head? I'm only asking because they said it gave you amnesia. I thought maybe we could form a support group.
good idea. There's probably enough left between the two of us to make a whole brain.
Both of us combined? Brain and a half, at least.
Yeah, but there's a chance I might recover my memory. With you, there isn't.
I'm not so sure about that. Frances never really asked about Larry's vault. She asked about Lollipop's R&D, but she couldn't have known exactly what associations that would have triggered.
Associations? What do you mean?
Like how I know Stoney won the trademark case, but I don't remember the hearing. Or how I know I had a girlfriend, but I can't remember her.
You think they recorded more than just your conscious thoughts?
They must have. It's the only way they could have been sure of getting what they wanted.
They still blew it, trying to get the information from someone who didn't know.
There were rumors about people murdering their neighbors to get a higher spot on the waiting list. If Vault-Tec knew Larry invited me to a private vault, it probably never occurred to them that I might have turned him down.
If they recorded your subconscious, why are there any gaps at all?
For every conscious thought, all these unthought ideas ripple out and fade away. The only difference to the mind recorder would have been the strength of the signal. And it had to have been pretty sensitive because they didn't know if what they wanted would show up loud and clear or just be an echo. If something never even crossed my mind, there would have been nothing to record, so it's probably just gone forever. But the echoes might come back to me if something triggers them.
I guess so. Why does a porno director know so much about neuroscience anyway?
Pop psychology is more like it. When I got serious about directing, I sobered up and took a shitload of those executive motivational courses. I figured they'd come in handy for pitching movies, keeping actors focused, that kind of thing.
Anyway, after Trudy poses for the magazine, she's much more pro-lollipops, and posters in the Good Springs saloon won't get torn down anymore, so it's definitely worth putting up one here now, because the more you put up, the more customers you get at the saloon, and the more money you make.
There was a big debate whether this coaster was the tallest, but it was fast, I can tell you that. It's a shame to see it like this.
Oh, it's you again. What is it?
If you're looking for work as a singer, Tommy Torini at the Tops is hiring.
Really? The Tops, huh? Well, it's no shark club, but I hear security on the strip is real tight. Even Mr. Bishop wouldn't hit a joint like that. I'll check it out. Thanks.
I wouldn't fight you guys in episode 3, but this time I brought friends.
Had enough?
All right, looks like Fresca can definitely hold her own. Good work, team. And one more entertainer.
Howdy, little lady.
Tommy Torini at the Tops is looking for musical acts if you're interested.
Darling, where I come from, a lady doesn't just walk up to a man and offer him a job without even knowing him. What's your game?
No game. I offered to keep an eye out for talented acts is all.
Uh-huh. Sorry, stranger. Just not sure I trust that kind of charity from somebody I don't even know.
Fine, what's your story?
Maybe it's time to give these tired old bones a rest. All right, show me what you've got.
I'm giving you a real opportunity here. How about some compensation?
I suppose it's only right you get a little something for your troubles. Here, my daddy left me this gun. Guess I don't need it no more.
And I won't be needing it either. Let's give that to Fresca. And the dam is one of the places that Fresca is supposed to comment on, at least according to the cheat sheet. Maybe we have to go...
For all the time I spent in Vegas, I've never seen the dam before. This is cool.
There we go. Searching for a vacuum tube, my friend can fix his generator. I have looked on all 4 levels, and of course it's on the last one. And the music's so dramatic, even though I'm not in danger. I bet Fresca's getting pretty bored by this point. I must steal this vacuum tube. I really hope nobody sees me, even though my reputation with the NCR is good enough that they could spare one little tube. I know they'll never miss it. Now let's get the hell away from here if I can find the exit.
This place used to be a resort. I mean, a fancy one. I have to keep reminding myself that this all didn't happen last week.
While we're in the neighborhood, I'm going to put up some posters in the Aerotech office park. This is just outside of my toadies range, but the NCR won't let anybody tear them down, so it's still a good place.
Maybe they wouldn't have so much trouble feeding the poor if they didn't put so much effort into making them poor in the first place.
I was making that a lot harder than it needed to be. It's right here in the middle of the courtyard. Oh, and you get rid of 3. And the cheat sheet says the airport is a place. Some of these it's outside, some of it's, sometimes they're inside.
Feels like I just flew in the other day. I wonder if they ever found my luggage.
No, in fact, I saw your underpants on eBay.
I know we burned all the fossil fuels. Yes, you're welcome. But the only way to get to California now is on foot. That fucking blows. What's on your mind?
I've done some research on 21st century mating rituals, and I want to ask you something.
And where exactly did you come up with this research?
Well, it was more of an academic review, correlation and deduction, that kind of thing.
I hope you weren't planning to BS me. I didn't get to be the top grossing director of all time without understanding statistics and demographics. So what's your question?
Apparently there was this technique called playing hard to get. Know anything about it?
Oh, definitely. It's one of the classics. I'm surprised it ever fell out of use.
I thought you might. In fact, I thought you might be using it on me.
Look, here's the deal. You people look at me like I'm some kind of historical figure. You probably think you know everything there is to know about me, whereas I know almost nothing about you. You could just be taking advantage of my legendary weakness for the whole hot chick who can kick your ass thing.
You think I kick ass? Like when I ran away and let you fight those Viper gunslingers. Kicking ass like that, right?
Well, let's see. You were shot, left for dead, and came back from the grave to find a guy who did it. Maybe the bar's a little higher in the apocalypse, but in my day, that definitely would have counted as kick-ass.
Yeah, see, I tried to shoot him in the back. I missed, and then I hid in the other room while my friends killed him. Yeah, anyway, so there's at least a chance we could take this to the next level?
I'm not ruling it out, but I want to know you better. Maybe go someplace nice, do something romantic. And just in case there's a culture gap, where I come from, romantic usually doesn't involve terrifying mortal danger.
No argument from me. Are you worried about the current political situation?
Not really. On one side, you have a bunch of sexist military fanatics. The other side makes pretty speeches, but they tax you into starvation. Both sides are a threat to Vegas because neither side can stand to see people having fun. So basically, nothing's changed.
Okay. All right, the saloon is painted. We'll check that out when we're done with our date. Yeah, this right here, this is what New Vegas was missing until now. A famous adult magazine publisher and a famous porno movie director having a night on the town. I waited for the vanity cam to kick in because it's totally got that romantic thriller revolving camera thing going. Anyway, there are two places you can take Fresca to advance the relationship. One is the top of the roller coaster in Prim, but I never cleared the escaped convicts out of the hotel, and she specifically requested a date without mortal danger. The other is here at the Tops, but for the date to count, you have to see a show, which is why I recruited all those entertainers for Tommy.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, I'm kind of a celebrity, so they let me carry my guns in the casino. Well, I proved the old manager was a fink, so they comped me, but it's really no big deal.
I love this place. All the top acts play here. Played here. Hey, think we can take in a show?
Absolutely. That's why we're here.
Let's go. We want to get a good seat.
Oh, that was just lovely. Bruce and I go way back. Did you know that he posed for the magazine?
Hey, your mama, what's the hap?
Hello? I'm talking to my date.
Hey, ready to go?
Yep. How about a nightcap? I know the perfect
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
Jeez.
Hey, there's the high roller.
Hey, Tommy. I just realized Fresca probably isn't as impressed as everyone else that I can get into the Lucky 38, but still a great view.
I've been thinking, if you were the first person to find me, then they probably never caught Frances. And if she turned into a ghoul or found a stasis pod or something, she could still be alive.
She was a professional. She lost interest in you the minute she got paid for the contract.
I know, but the way she carried out the assignment made me curious about something.
What's that?
Is giving great head something they teach you in assassin school, or was she a natural?
Can we talk about us?
I'd like that. There are a few things we need to get straight before we start making commitments, though.
Are politics going to be a source of friction?
I don't see why it would be. You don't seem to care about politics any more than I do.
You want to keep seeing other people, is that it?
No, I don't want to see other people. But in my line of work, I'll have to do other people from time to time. It's a bit of a lost art, and some positions are a lot easier to demonstrate than describe. Plus, there's not as much talent around as there used to be, so I have to round out the cast myself here and there.
Yeah, I'd consider the romantic option, but with my history, I love it when you talk dirty. You have no idea how wet I am.
I think I do, but we'll get to that in a minute. What about you and other people?
What's good for the goose is good for the other goose, right?
Sure, if you're gonna be a porn star or you have to sleep with somebody to save the world. But if I start feeling like one of many women in one of many ports, then it's time to ship out, sailor.
That's all I meant. Work is work. You're my baby.
I guess it's official then. Give me a kiss, baby.
And on that note, I think we'll call it a night. See you next week.